Here it is, my friends, the very first live stream of the Minecraft Multiverse crossover event of the decade. Here on Empires, not on Hermitcraft. Part of the Hermitcraft series, though, right? Hermitcraft? We are live on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma. Welcome, everyone. Bananas in chat from Lucaro, and oops, my apologies. Greatly appreciated. We got things to do. If you saw my announcement video on YouTube, I explained it a little bit, what we're up to here. Just gotta sort of gather some things, really. I keep getting poppies in my inventory down here, which makes sense. There's a farm nearby, but I find that slightly confusing. We're going to drop off all of these things. Oh, look, I need a bigger chest. All of these things related to what we're doing here. In fact, before I leave, should I treat myself to a diamond axe? No, let's think. Priorities. I know where some obsidian is. Then I'm going to need a book and a so I've got a diamond. We've got paper. We need leather. And I got sugarcane to make a farm. That's all great. That's all great that I got that stuff. So yeah, probably, you know, grab a few more buckets of lava while I'm there. Probably just run over there and do that first. Then as for the amount of bookshelves I can actually make, not so sure about that. So what else do we drop off here? A little bit of redstone dust, the rails, the iron. That's kind of good for me. Yeah, so we won't go and chop down any trees yet, but we're going to decorate the area here today. I'm not sure if I need another toolsmith. No, of course I do. We've only got that. We haven't got axes yet. I just talked about that. Before we leave, a couple of quick trades. So here's how we do it. We come over here. In fact, I like to just throw them at them, to be honest. Take that hoe. And then we've leveled you up. Noise in the ear from Zach L, 16, 13 months. Been super busy with school. Glad to catch a stream. Thank you so much, Zach L. Appreciate you. Hello to all the peeps in chat saying hello and tuning in. Appreciate you coming by. Aha! An iron trade. Excellent. A cheap iron trade. That should mean, boom, straight up to the next level. And what do you unlock? The hoe! How could... Wait. 1 emerald for a hoe? Am I reading that correctly? Heck yeah. Diamond hoes for all the hermits. That's a great trade. And there's the axe. I would like an axe. It's got unbreaking, so I can't enchant it, right? Unless I get 2 and combine them together or something. I'll take a diamond axe. I think just 1 for now. Also, I'll take a diamond shovel. Let's get geared up. Right, I don't want too much junk accumulating around here, but look at me now. I've got tools to my name. And of course, the other hermits can come in here and do all of this cool stuff. Oh, by the way, this might be spoilers. Obviously, there's an iron farm here, but I won't talk about it too much. Just kind of realized where I am, time-wise things. 15, fine. Thank you ever so much for 14 months. HeyX, loving this Empire's crossover. I'm loving it too. I think it's a really amazing idea. And I've seen so many, so much good feedback, but also some negative feedback too. And to the negative feedback, I'm just going to feel like this has just started. This has just begun. Don't judge it so quick. Ooh, that wasn't there before. Therefore, I'm going to expand it a little bit in the hopes of... I don't think I need any bamboo for myself right now. But, we need to get going fast. We need to show these Empires people how Hermitcraft plays Minecraft, you know. And teamwork is a part of that. So... let's get this going a little bit faster, I think. I don't know if someone needs this right now, but we're here to help. And to make this bamboo farm more awesome. There you go, a few extra pieces. Nice. This will make actually for some cheap fuel as well, right? When I smelt things. Oh, I hear a skelly bones. I need bone meal. And whispering helps. Is there a plan for how long the crossover will last? Again, it's like wait and see. You don't want someone telling you the end of the story at the beginning, do you? So just wait and see. Fatal mistake, X. Fatal mistake. I forgot an important, valuable resource. Lelgan Delane, thank you ever so much for subscribing with your Amazon Prime. Welcome aboard. Nordicaon is here for 17 months. Greetings to the awesome peeps of the Hermitpire or Hermempire? Hermit Empire? We have so many choices. Right, so that's all I can take of that. So hopefully this isn't too precious of a thing. Because the rest is, well, it's going to be obsidian now, isn't it? One thing I don't have is, like, the water can push me, right? I don't have the enchantments for that. You get those enchantments in the game, you forget how powerful the push of water is. It's really quite strong. I do have a faster pick than this, by the way. Oh god, it's painful! And it's actually in here. Okay, I'm taking that away. Your privilege of being water has been revoked. Let's see, we've got more noises rolling in. We got Cheese Steak Jimmy's for 2 months. Thank you so much. Also gifting a sub to Burt Potato. Thank you for doing that. And we got 5 gifted subs to NotQuest Love, Because My Cat, Kayla F1, Lynn _ and Pixel Free. Thank you, Randy, for gifting some subs and supporting our community. That is very generous of you. And it certainly is not appreciated. If you get gifted a sub, always say thanks in the chat. Holes137, thank you ever so much for 12 months, a whole year. You're my first stream in our new house. Twitch loaded immediately. Yay, fast Wi-Fi. Loving the crossover X. Enjoyed your leadership episode, by the way, too. I got like some really great feedback on that video. For those who are not in the know, I am creating a 3-part trilogy about Hermitcraft. It originally just started as a sort of like, how do we run Hermitcraft? And then I realized there's all this stuff about leadership that could be a part of that. And then I also wanted to tell the story of how Hermitcraft was created and what inspired it, because that was a long time ago, and I think a lot of people have actually forgotten what came before Hermitcraft. So I wanted to tell that story, and so I turned it into a 3-part series. And the second bit hasn't performed well on YouTube yet, which, as a creator, man, YouTube pushes those numbers in front of you, you know? And it keeps getting to me, but I gotta remind myself that's not the point, right? Like, I am very happy with how that video turned out, and that is the point. So I'm really, really happy to see great feedback on that. Hey, it's Pixel Riffs for 54 months. Pixel! Surprised to see you here. Jeez, I thought you'd be like, oh, Empires. Not that server. Thank you so much, my dude. Mad Cow Chow's here with some gifted subs to Mr. Marco, Der Arthur, King Moth, Diddy81, Sir Gregory. If you heard your name being read out loud, be sure to say thanks in the chat. We got Quayo, JO2 here. I'm looking at the other screen and trying to keep mining the obsidian. It turns out to be a bit of a challenge. Nordicaon, thank you for gifting subs as well. Rainboy9, Dino Colt, Carkissa, Particles88, and God Pamian. Y'all been gifted subs. Be sure to say thanks in the chat. Thank you again, Nordicaon. Pixel, I had a question for you. Now, every YouTuber that I've met over the years, like, you know, you tend to meet similar-minded players, right? So, you know, you can go out there and you can find Minecraft content and communities that are very different from Hermitcraft and Empires. But of the people that you meet tend to be, like, the similar type of creator and whatnot. And this is probably why this is a common thing. But, you know, I encounter someone I've never heard of, and then you ask them, oh, so how long have you been playing Minecraft for? And the answer is, like, usually since 2010, 2011. I can't remember how long you've been playing Pixel, but do you remember the time when Hermitcraft started? And what inspired it? Pixel's also online, so you can answer that in chat if you want to. Dencast says, I haven't watched the leadership video yet, but I'll watch it later today. Please do. It's definitely a different type of video, but I think the quality is really there, especially if you want to understand a little bit more about running a community, or, you know, oh, I already had a diamond shovel. Totally forgot. And I had a axe, and the axe is better because it's got more... Well, what a derp. What an idiot. I totally forgot I'd already had those tools. Good times, good times. Kill All Zombies! Thank you so much for 5 months of support. How's everything going, and how are you enjoying the Empire's server? I'm loving it. It's, I actually, like, I'm not a fan of early game Minecraft. Like, where we are on Hermitcraft right now is really appealing to me because there's so many things that I can do at this point. When you're in that early game, you just seem to be, like, behind everything. Like, let's have a look. I started in April 2014, so a little later than usual. I first watched Hermitcraft in Season 3, so I only heard about the server's origin story much later. Fascinating. Okay, so Pixel, like, I don't know how much of Minecraft you saw, but, like, I lived for it, you know. I was, like, watching loads of those videos. This is, like, the thing that made SMPs a thing. Like, if you've ever, like, you just, you know, you start watching videos, you come across something like Hermitcraft, you may not ever think, like, what started this? There was something that, like, was the first to do what Hermitcraft and Empires do, and that is Minecraft, and I wanted to tell the story of that a little bit. However, in the video, it sort of ends up, it's so difficult to, like, get into the weeds of the story, right? Like, it's not really about the story of the server, it's more about its impact and legacy, because it's, if you want to tell the story of the server, it's like doing the Hermitcraft recap, but for a different time, where people posted content way quicker, with way more people. I mean, well, I could talk about it all day, really. Could talk about it all day. By the way, we're here to chop down achacha trees and pick up some saplings so that we can start farming this material, as we're going to use it underground. So that's why I'm here now. However, it probably makes more sense at this point in time for me to get leather. I wonder if Joe knows if we have any leather. So Pixel whispers, let's look at the sky. Sort of. I actually discovered Hermitcraft through Pungence after watching B-dubs on Minecraft and then hearing his brother was on HC. Oh wow, yeah, okay, that's cool. So you did watch some of the original Minecraft. I guess it did run into 2014. I think that was its last year. Okay, Joe says we not to his knowledge that we have one, so I'm going to assume we don't. We desperately need leather. I don't have wheat on me. Do I have some in here? Because I did have some lying around. I could bone meal some. This is the problem with early game. This is the thing that I don't like, is that you keep wanting to do something, and then you keep having to, oh yeah, it needs that. On Hermitcraft at the moment, it's like everything's, like you've got all of that done. So then when you go and enact your ideas, you tend to have all the infrastructure in place. But anyway, as I was saying, because we're going all over the place with these conversations, jumping into an early game thing, just knowing that Hermitcraft's still there is actually really fun. Like, you know, because whenever this concludes, wherever it goes, Hermitcraft is, you know, still there, and you can just sort of jump back into the end game again. So I've kind of really enjoyed that aspect of what's happening here. So I need to be on the lookout for cows, which are usually, you know, cold early game as people look for those resources. There's wheat in the village. That's right. Yes, there is. There is. Right, we got Omega Ocean here for 6 months. I think now's the time for me to start drinking my cup of tea. Useless Rogue. Garth 12 for 30 months. Hey, I always forget to renew the Prime subs. Loving the crossover. Yep, if you want to use the Prime, you have to manually renew it. They won't let you do it automatically. Appreciate you, Garth, and all you do. Zora Spinamama, thank you for gifting a sub to Gemini Tay. Gem, you've been de-lurked, as they say. Or you could have been in my chat, because every stream, it's like, I'm going to pay attention to chat more today, and then I just start waffling. So, who knows? Thank you for gifting that sub, Zora. Thank you for subscribing yourself, and 17 is lucky. Thank you for 2 months. X, thank you. Been watching your vids for a year. Always look forward to new videos. Keep up the outstanding work. Lovely message there. Appreciate it. Right, the one problem with this this wheat farm is access. But I have solved that problem. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Okay, Pixel has cows, and all I need is wheat to lure them, right? If I go grab a few fences, so we have a place, what are we going to do? We're going to come back across the bridge over here, so we just need some fences for when we arrived. Played Heart, 7 months, thank you so much, appreciate you. Look at this, we've already got the means to make something right here. Communal resources for communal means. Might have overdid it there with the birch fences, but hey, gonna need a whole bunch of leather. So we need the wheat to lure them. Right, and then we can get closer to having that obsidian table made. What I'm going to do... There isn't really a spot for this yet, so I'm going to put it here on the end. I kind of want to let other hermits know, but how? I'm just going to dump these here. In fact, I'm just going to say diamond, axe, and shovel in barrel at end. If you need it, Joe. And I don't know if False and Gem are part of what we're doing here, because they're also on Empires, which is extremely confusing. To me, someone in the know. I mean, you'll have to go check out what they're doing to find out how that all works for them. Is this where Grian set up the place for the hermit? Yes, yes. I stumbled into Impulse in this area, which was very fortunate, as I was all kind of ready to come in here and do some stuff. Max Trax says, I got into Minecraft through Pixel Rifts, then found Hermitcraft after that. Awesome, awesome. Did you guys consider jumping into a Bedrock SMP during your travels? Oh, right. No. The idea was just to do something with the Empires people, more so than another SMP. This feels like Hermitcraft Season 9.5. Love it. Yeah. And for me, when we go back to Hermitcraft, it's going to be Season 9.75. Like, I want to try a new thing with my videos when I get back there, and I've already started work on something cool for it. X, how much will you get into the lore and the roleplay? Says Softy Bear. Probably very lightly. I'm not a roleplay person. As a content creator, I tend to just, like, in my mind, not really inhabit a character very well. Like, I don't think from a character's perspective. So, I'm just doing it lighthearted and doing something like being a pirate and having some silly fun with it. That's just awesome. And simple. Zerp says, is the plan to merge both SMPs or are they going to stay separate? You know, again, like just watch the story unfold. You don't want all the answers told to you, right? You want to see what happens, surely. Anyway, Pixel will be around. Well, let's press the right buttons to begin. Oh, dang. I always press the wrong buttons. I feel like my brain is, like, reflexively like, go press that button. Whereas I should maybe stop and think a little bit more. God. The amount of times I, like, go to open something and I go, what's going on here? You see what I mean? Useless. Do you like the invisible armor? I do. I think it's great, but I also feel like you should be able to see, you should know what others are wearing to some extent. Like, there is a loss of information as well as the gaining of, you know, seeing someone's skin. Hey!
Hello, I've got my redstone torches out. I'm directing you to come into land like a plane.
Oh, like a plane. Well, I don't have wings. And now
yet,
I'm jealous of yours.
Come on down. I got the herd of cows just over here.
Oh, wow. You got a lovely base, by the way. I've walked through here a couple of times when you haven't been around.
Yeah, it seems to be the spot that everybody goes through on their way to other places, but I've got a handy nether portal up there if you got wings, but it seems to be
I've swum up the water stream on the inside to get to the top.
I had a feeling somebody else put that there, because that wasn't me.
Yeah, to get around. Every base that I've been to has this, like, 2 nether portals system, like one above, one below, so I've kind of sussed out, go to the top one, essentially.
Yes. Yeah, grab any of these cows that you feel like you want to. I haven't used them for a little while, so...
I am going to grab the blue chocobo. Okay.
He won't get you across oceans the way they do in the games, unfortunately. He's
if only. It's not a chocobo though, right? Is it a dodo?
It's a dodo, yeah. Corrales actually has one of these. I let him loose on the server with one of these. I have a flock of them over in the Froglight Orchard.
It's so cool. It makes me think that we need an actual chocobo mod with like chocobo breeding in and stuff.
I would love that. I'm sure somebody has made that in the distant past, but I don't know if it's still a thing now.
Yeah, there's always a mod for something in Minecraft.
There sure is. There sure is. All right, let me grab some shears so I can take down some of the hedge.
Oh yeah, how are we going to move these suckers? Like, I've got wheat for luring. I should probably put that in my offhand.
Yeah, I do have a bunch of leads around as well, if that's more convenient for you, just so you don't end up losing them on the way.
It's probably better to use leads to get them out of here.
Yeah, right, let me go grab some.
Oh, he's run away. While Pixel's doing that, let's have a little catch-up. Tanny Glace, 39 months. Thank you so much, appreciate it. How about some messages from chat? X, make some leads. Well, I need string and slime balls for that, which I don't have. Fat ancient parrot. Yes, it is the fat ancient parrot. That is so true.
Here we go.
Got a new nickname for your chocobo now.
It really is the fat parrot.
Yeah.
Mark 2. Let's see.
Oh, like
there we
that.
go. Yeah, we can just kind of drag them out.
Yeah, I was just thinking, is there a way to get them out easily? And it turns out that that's it.
Yeah, you kind of dangle them on the lead. And I'm so looking forward to them fixing that bug where they accumulate full damage over time. That's probably one of the biggest changes in the next update for me.
They've done it really well. Like, it's...
There you go. A couple of leads there for you.
Oh, thank you. 4 is perfect. Nice couple of pairs to get started with the breeding. They've implemented it really well, where it's kind of like the last time they're falling is when it gets calculated. So
right, yeah.
You just know, oh, go careful when you get close and drop them down, and then they land nice and easy, which is great.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. All right, I'll leave those in your capable hands, and I'm sure you'll have a herd of your own before long.
Yeah, no, I'll be breeding them fast. Thank you so much for that, Pixel. It's greatly appreciated, my dude.
Yeah, no worries, X.
All right, then. I'll see you around.
You've seen we have the leather bundle crafting recipe, right? So
yeah, I've investigated that. I've got a bundle. I'm going to start using it, because earlier I was like chucking junk out of my inventory, and I was like, this is actually what a bundle's for, right?
Yeah. I gave one to Impulse while he was caving the other day, and it cleaned up his inventory real good, so usually worth it. I'm working on so much redstone stuff that I just like tuck away all of the ingredients I don't need now, and it's working out a treat. That's awesome.
Wait, I'm just going up that hill, right? What's this over here, though?
Oh, that's my storage system. This whole catacombs area is my storage.
Yeah, it looks very gloomy. I will come back here and have a proper look round soon. I'm gonna get these cows over there and get some stuff done at the minute. So I'll head up this hill here and be on my way.
All right, I'll be lurking.
Cool. Thank you, Pixel. All right. What a nice chap helping us out here. We're off to a good start. So what I was thinking, what I could do. Hey, you down there. Got to be very careful not to. It's that block there that's stopping it, right? So I need to tug it to this side, and then it comes. So they don't seem to. Excuse me, burps. They don't interact with those bushes too well. What I could do is put wheat in my offhand and breed them, and then when we go across the bridge, the babies would follow us. So that way we can kind of like, get going a little bit faster. When Pixel still can hear you even though you are muted. Say what? What does that mean? I muted myself only just a moment ago. Empress Pyra says, I am a Minecraft veteran. Good and BOO's first collab was on a custom map, and during the Let's Play I learned Let's Plays and what a private Minecraft whitelisted server is. So I found out about Hermitcraft and Generic being B-dubs. All this Minecraft history talk was making me very nostalgic. Yeah, whenever I dive into the Minecraft story, I get that nostalgia too. And I really would like to see a Hermitcraft recap level. Although, maybe not in the style of Hermitcraft recap, right? Like, it's not quite the format, but the level of quality. Like, a real historical telling of all the events that went down. I couldn't find anything like that. I could find a few of the era sort of summaries of things happening in the week and like slight recaps, but there's just such a big story there for each season of Minecraft that I feel like it deserves to have one of those videos with like millions of views so that people today can know that story. And what I've created is not that. I realized it when I was writing it. I was like, I can't create this. This is like too much for one person. So I just wanted to tell the story of like how that led to Hermitcraft. But there's a really important story to be told there, I think. Hermitcraft documentary would be amazing. Well, my little videos that I'm working on here, my little trilogy, is just a particular insight into that for the time being, essentially. Right, so here's what we're doing next. We're breeding these suckers up. Then putting all of that on the offhand. I feel like that didn't work. It didn't work because I have the leads. All we did was unlead them. Now we need to lead them again. There we go. Job done. Zistu Classic. I miss Zistu the most of all Minecrackers. I went back and watched a couple of his videos, and I forgot that he used like crazy resource packs, and I also forgot that his editing style was mental. Like some of them, like when you just watch them out of the blue, you have no idea what's going on, and you have to sort of be in the loop to understand what all the things you're seeing are. It's quite ambitious at the time. Nana to Panda, thank you for those cheers, and Biddy saying, I've been having a riot watching you and Cleo pirating. I'd love to see more fun stuff like that with her. You both bring out the joy and fun in each other. Yeah, me and Cleo have what would you call it, a great rapport, and the whole piratey narrative just is making it so much fun. It's been really good to record with her, and we're gonna, that'll keep going, that whole piratey thing. Bear, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Void the Bear, looking out for the other bears. Appreciate you doing that, Bear. Void, be sure to say thanks in the chat. We always appreciate the gifting of the subs. We've got Creminzo Oso here with the Prime. Appreciate you. And if you saw the beginning of the last episode, like me saying fat bird, which is like, it's like the worst thing I could say. And, it's just like so typical of me. My brain is like reaching for that parrot word, but all it gets first is bird. Because a parrot is a bird. And then it's just like, it's terrible for a second, and then it's just like laugh it off. Laugh it off. But I do it so often, it alarms me. Okay, so these ones are clearly slower. Let's go back and get them. What's probably happening is that I'm dragging the adult cows, whereas these ones are just following the wheat and or their parents. So we have to go a little slower, I guess. I wanted to call my parrot Slim Shady. Because I was thinking like, right, we've got a Slim Parrot now, and then I was like, Slim Shady. But then I saw some really cool names like Napster, I think is my favourite, because of pirating. So I think we might just call it Napster. And by the way, I finished watching the show on Netflix about Spotify, and as you get further and further into that show, it makes you wonder more and more about where the lines of fiction and reality are, because you hear about the story from different perspectives that paint different parts of it in different lights. You're like, yep, you can understand this, how different people have a different take on what's happening. And then the end of the show is set in the future, and I'm like, I'm not sure what they're trying to say with this. Not sure. It's a strange one. Napster is a phenomenal name for a pirate parrot. I agree. Holes says, do you have all your client-side mods on still, X? And what other mods? Is there a list somewhere? I don't know if there's a list. I don't know what Empire's reveals about how the magic of the server is put together. So I can tell you that I have some of my mods on, some of theirs, and I'll certainly make use of the ones that I use. What is the show you're talking about, says Sensation? It's called The Playlist, and it's about Spotify. It's a dramatization, and it gives me the impression it might be like endorsed by Spotify, even though it's sort of quite critical of them too. And for all the critique there is of Spotify, and it's split with artists and creators, although obviously it's made the owners very wealthy, which is always a bit of a question when profit is involved, like how much is fair or something like that. There is an argument to be made that although Spotify like takes this big cut and pays artists a certain amount for streams, they take so much less than the record industry does. It's something like 70% is the record industry. And so when I see these arguments about is Spotify good or bad, I do wonder, like, it's certainly good for exposure and access, there's no doubt about it. But in terms of giving artists a reputable means to make a living in a fair way, are they the villain here, or is the record industry? And, you know, to answer that question properly, you'd have to do like a lot of research, which is something I haven't been doing. I'm just sitting there thinking about some of the questions when I watch this show, because I think there are definitely some questions that could be asked from that perspective. Look at us go. Look at us go. Right, now we just need a carpet here. And I'll take back these leads. Yes, please. How to get all the leads? Oh, they're still coming for me because I got the wheat. Right. What I have to do is quickly come over here and then break that, and we're good. Someone else can sort out the carpet. It's going to be a bit of a long game to get all of the wheat together, or sorry, all of the leather together, right? But these will multiply quickly. That's one thing for sure. So another round of breeding. I think what we'll do is go chop down some more trees. Hopefully bump into a couple more cows, because we just need 2 books to get going, right? The answer is yes, both. It doesn't have to be this or that. Life isn't binary. X says Rex with the long arms. Good point. You can put a percentage of the blame in either camp, right? But it's such a weird question to answer. I don't think that musicians should be undervalued, because when you compare what a musician does to something like a plumber or an electrician, it's easy to undervalue a musician, because it seems to be like creative pursuits tend to be seen as like more novel and more like a hobby. Like, oh, everyone wants to play music, right? Like, you think it would be great just to play music instead of what you're doing, but would it? Like, if you have a passion for music, then it's obviously going to be great to pursue. But if you take someone who enjoys music, they might find that making music is not for them. And so I think musicians should be valued for what they offer, because so many people enjoy music, and it's really strange how we can value music but not the musician as much. So when it comes to like how much should they be paid for their work, it's really strange, because it's harder to define like minimum wage, like how many hours did you put into working on this music. And the way that you get paid is very similar to what happens here on YouTube. Is it's about your success, right? If your music is successful, then you can get paid for it. And yeah, it's such a fuzzy area when you try and quantify things. And I don't know how you go about quantifying that, but I do know you can probably make the deal fairer, or make music more accessible. Now, I think if you were to pay artists more and take less of that money, like take more of the money out of the industry and more into the artists' hands, you can create more full-time musicians, which I think would make music flourish. Now, I say that like under the knowledge that music labels, record labels, do facilitate a lot of benefits, a lot of utility for artists, but some of those things have become redundant now. Like, music is so much more accessible and easier to produce. You can create music, decent music, with a laptop and some software now. So as technology has progressed, the access has lowered, and therefore it could create more jobs, and we could have more music, more niches, more enjoyment for people, you know? Like, there's a lot of music that I listen to that's very niche, and I often wonder about what the artists' lives are. They've got these incredible inspirations, they make beautiful music like what we're listening to right now, yet I'm pretty sure this isn't Lord Leviticus's full-time job. Yet here we are enjoying their music over and over again. And it makes me wonder, what if they were full-time? Sometimes in music, going full-time kills it. You can see this a fair bit in hip-hop. I've noticed like a lot of hip-hop is about escaping the struggle of urban life. And so a lot of first and second records are really good. But then the inspiration for the music is kind of counteracted by the success, where the artists become wealthy and then they become apart from the origins of their inspiration, which was, you know, life in poverty, let's say. So, you know, let's say you give your musician a full-time job, maybe it affects the quality of the music they make. You never know, but to me it seems like there is more value in creating those opportunities than taking them away, right? Facts, they lose motivation because they left what inspired them, says Pirate in Pluto. Yeah, that tends to be, you know, my perception of how it comes across. There are some who have certainly not lost it, like Nuz, for example, still killing it to this day. one of a rare breed, really. Jay-Z would be like another who, once, you know, had built his wealth, kept, you know, putting out incredible material. So it's not a rule, but it tends to be a trend. If you get deep into the genre like I did, like 90s hip-hop, you can just find so many, like, great first records, and then, like, their career fizzles out as it just, something's lost once they make the success, right? Okay, wow, not even 2 stacks. Just under 2 stacks. I felt like I'd have 3 or 4. Slow business here. Mitspire, thank you ever so much for the Prime. Captain Cook 19, thank you for 6 months. Greatly appreciated. Ender Void Wolf, thank you for 8 months of support. Greatly appreciated, my dude. Great news, X. Here in Empires, you have a whole new clean slate of advancements to pursue. I am not going to be pursuing them once again, that is for sure. All this grass makes it difficult to see where the saplings are falling. Once you get a farm, once you got enough for a farm though, you don't need to worry too much about running around out here trying to pick them all up. So I think we'll head back now. We've got enough to get started. You see, I've been streaming for 35 minutes. I actually feel like that's pretty good so far, pretty efficient, pretty on track. We can get some building done, and the main thing though is just a little bit of leather. A little bit of leather. I think Impulse might have some leather actually. We'll go check Impulse's chest. Now, when it comes to using other people's materials, like, in order to band together and work together, we're obviously going to have to share, but I want to be a little considerate just in case, you know, someone might have plans for those materials, right? You've got to keep an eye out for that. But then they have crazy ticket prices to concerts like Beyonce that just had tickets selling for 150k. You'll probably find when they sell for that much, it's gone into the reselling market, and it's incredibly predatory, and I believe in sort of creating more equal access. Like, I've been going to gigs for a long time, and I've only ever gone to one of those, like, paid for a golden ticket to go at the front, and that's because the other ones were sold out. Like, just out of principle, I wasn't interested in doing that. And then, you know, you get to go, be near the front, of course that's great, but, like, you had to pay through the nose to do it. And it really does just create a bit of more of a tiered society where it's like not everyone can have equal access to stuff, and that just rubs me the wrong way, that does. Right, we're doing a leather scale. Oh, I knew I saw blocks of emeralds somewhere. Like, I don't know whose they are and if we're allowed to use them, but that would have been great with the trading early on, but we're now sort of established. Let's throw down our saplings and these ones just here, and this will be where the cha-cha stuff can get farmed for a moment, for a minute. Just a whole bunch of that in a row. Okay, then we need... What do we need? We need that leather. We need to find if there's leather anywhere. Joe was just on. Wait, didn't I? I think I asked Joe earlier, didn't I? Oh, apparently Grian stole the emeralds. Okay. Well, we don't actually need them at this minute, but if we happen to need to use more, then we have that option. Right, so leather. I mean, is there a villager that trades leather? I've got the page open. Let's do a search for leather. We've got a leather worker. That sounds like a good shout. You can get leather for emeralds, but not the other way around by the looks of it. So that's a no, I think. Although Randy says yes. Let's keep looking then. There's another one here. Also the leather worker. According to this, the leather worker is the only one, and it doesn't do emeralds for leather. Pig bartering does leather apparently. Ah, right. Well, there's a way. Just double, triple checking I ain't being blind here. No, we haven't got the leather yet. So we need to do another round of cow breeding. And, you know, when do you want to first cull those cows? Because getting enchants early is nice. It's actually... The only reason it would be a priority is because I need to... What do I need to do? I need to dig. So if I can dig faster with an enchant, that's good. So that'll be the main reason. And I think we'll just have to take it on the chin and be like, ah, we're digging slow. Librarians for bookshelves break and get books. Ah, that's a great suggestion. But then we need a lectern to get going, right? We were just in a village where we could have potentially raided some. Although, What's the betting that it's already been raided? Like, is that one? What's the one that has bookshelves? I would bet it's already been raided. How big is this village? It's kind of generated in an unfortunate place. So there's like 2 more buildings. And what do you know? No books over here. So we saved ourselves a trip. Are there any other villages around here? Ah! Ah! Fell in a hole. Not good. Dang, gotta watch out for those holes. Looks raided, says E-Man. Yeah. I mean, it's at the center of their world. So it's not surprising. I love that there's a car there. Like a classic car. Cracks me up. Toguro Joe, thank you ever so much for 48 months. Really appreciate it, my dude. Crazy, 4 years. X not going to use F3B for saplings. I find it helps to differentiate between grass and drops. Yeah, I didn't feel like I needed to, really. One thing I do need to do is grab some iron. Which do I have in my backpack? Let's see. No, I should really keep some iron ingots nearby. I keep a stack on me. Let's ask Joe, by the way. Oh wait, we just sort of established that I don't really need to jump into that straight away, do we? We can wait a bit. So, let's... What is Empires, says Ivor B. It is a multiplayer SMP server, and the Hermitcraft Rift has taken us to this realm. This is our new home for the time being. And by the way, we've got 2,500 peeps tuned in today. Thank you so much for coming by. Be sure to hit that follow button over here on Twitch if you haven't done so already. A fair few of my streams will be from the Empire server in the near future, so good reason to be following. Rainbow Crow, thank you for 3 months. Quick hop in, looks like you're having fun. Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely having fun. Also, I have a second channel on YouTube where all of these VODs get uploaded and clips from streams and stuff like that too, so if ever you want to catch this later on, you have that option to do so. So this will be for building supplies. Right, I needed to get some vines, and I actually came down here to get shears, right? Is there anything here I could just drop off from? Yeah, these things are gonna... Hang on a minute. Pixel told us the ways. Right? How do I use this again? Oh, does that mean it's pretty much full immediately? That's a tool, so I'm going to hang on to that. I mean, it's practically full immediately, but hey. Got to remember to try and use those. Empires is a multiplayer server that has deep lore. You'll have to watch their videos to understand, says Cursoul. Yeah, it's all about lore on this server. DencarX, thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate your support. Hope you're enjoying the stream. It can hold the equivalent to a stack, says Fifth Alice. It can, but when you got like a near stack of items, it fills up quick, right? So you kind of have to compromise unless you got a bunch of them. It feels a little imperfect, but it's not terrible. At least at first glance. So my brain has to keep track of the things that we're trying to do here. I think I saw a jungle over there. That's a great place to get some vines. And then I decided I needed... Oh my god, noises! Press the right buttons. Here? Hello?
Hello?
Where are... Hi!
Oh, hi! Pirate X, hi!
Hey, Mythical Sausage. How's it going, my dude?
It's going great. I want to let you know, there's an incursion of sheep going through that portal for some reason.
An incursion of sheep?
Yep,
through the
I don't
portal?
know if it has to do with a rift or anything, but something's going crazy
that
in there. There's
portal.
a bunch of sheep.
Okay. Yep. Right, now I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Let's have a
I don't
look.
know if it's rift related, but it looks like it's breaking the fabric of reality inside the nether.
That's crazy. Wait, sorry, which I'm so confused. The rift portal or the nether portal? This one here.
It could be rift related. Joe, did you put sheep through the portal?
No, I did not put sheep through the portal, but I did notice that somebody seems to have built a portal in the middle of the sheep pen, so that might be a contributing factor.
Wait.
Oh.
This is I was working on these sheep. I want to build a sheep farm. No.
Oh, they're all gone. They're gone.
Oh.
They're inside.
How could such a thing happen? Did someone build a nether portal and it popped up right in the middle here? It's a mystery. Oh God,
Yeah,
they're
here we
all
are.
escaped. Oh,
Yeah,
these
I noticed
mischievous
passing by,
sheep.
and they're all getting here. It's just funny. Let's we could. Let me see if I have a lead. Oh no.
I've got leads, don't worry. I'm already on it. I'm like, let's fix this. This is going to go so bad because they're just going to come back through again.
Yeah, what if Xisuma, do you want me to build a
let's break it.
lower pen below the
that
portal
would be
that you can
so
push
helpful.
them into?
Yeah. I'll do
Okay,
some sheep
I'll go
wrangling and then
those.
oh, this is some teamwork right here. Now I've lost all my leads, but I do have wheat. Aha. God, what shenanigans are going on here, eh? Okay. And there's one all the way over there! Oh my days. Come on, sheepies. Show us your magic. Oh, like a professional. I am like a professional. This is what it's all about. Teamwork makes dream work, says Retrospects. Teamwork makes dream work. Quote of the stream right there. Are there any aspects of Empires that you would like to see on Hermitcraft or vice versa, says iFolksy. I would love to see more custom armor and tools, like the way they've done it here on Empires. I think it's amazing, and I'd like to see us do that with Hermitcraft in the future. Having played on Hermitcraft for 10 years, doing things the strictly vanilla way, and then slowly bringing a little more in and seeing how much fun it can be, I'm kind of at a point where I certainly want to preserve a lot of vanilla Minecraft as it's an important part of the game, but when it comes to aesthetics, I feel like it would be nice to just kind of change everything a bit, you know? Have more fun with it, open it up. I'm really enjoying showing Hermitcraft showing Empires how things are done. We ain't even got started yet, dang. I mean, they're showing us how things get done at the moment. We're learning how their world works, but as you can see, we're banding together. We'll be able to show them a thing or two. Do you have any advice?
Wait, I found one. Hold on. I got one. Okay, I found one in this chest. Here, you take one.
Yeah, give me.
Whoa! Now they're out. It's all going wrong.
You didn't wait for us to finish the pen. You just started dumping them through.
I
okay,
am
work in
so
progress.
sorry. I am
There
so
it is.
sorry, but I can mend this situation.
Easy.
Oh, we got a door. Well,
Yep.
that's good.
And a zombie pig person. Be careful.
It's now a gold farm as well, I guess.
Yay.
Don't climb over it. Oh, gosh. Right, how many more
Where
we
did
got
they
to get
climb?
in?
Hold on.
I think the one down the hill there can just stay down there. And then these three, these are going to be nice and easy to work with. Oh, I see we have a skulk thing here. There we go.
Yeah,
all
so that way
fixed.
when you kill the sheep, the skulk spreads.
Right, I would breed these up a little bit, but I've got to breed some cows with this wheat.
Oh yeah, got my extra wheat. We did it!
Yay!
Woohoo!
Thank you for alerting us to that, because these sheep
Oh.
are important for our plans.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. Don't worry. I got you.
Appreciate it. I love the wings. I love the shield, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh yes, I love your pirate hat. Oh, did
Thank
you have
you.
to kill anybody for that?
I did kill someone as part of a
Oh.
secret test.
Oh, for
good
real?
secret.
Oh,
Yeah,
was it Shelby the witch? Because before you were trying to hunt her down and she escaped you.
I know. We've got a beautiful plan to get her when she's least expecting it.
Oh, that's great. Okay, don't worry. She's easy to kill. Don't worry. She's definitely not a very
Well,
powerful
with
witch
what
that can
I've
turn
got
you into a zombie.
planned, anybody would be easy to kill. So
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah. What do you got? What are you gonna do? You got some explosives?
something like that. Yeah, yeah. You're on the right
that's
track.
Great. Oh,
Tell
that's
you that.
awesome. Oh, I can't wait. Let me know
good.
when that happens. I will definitely not alert Shelby of this at all. Don't worry about it.
Hey, don't be alerting nobody. What? Those cries of Shelby concern me. I think I might
I
have
am
given
equally
something away.
I mean, maybe he's off to Shelby County, Tennessee. That's where Memphis is. They have great barbecue, good music. Maybe he's just excited about his visit to Memphis. They lit up the bridge at night. It's fantastic.
I'm going to believe that. I'm going to believe that's exactly what you meant and not worry about it. Because worrying is to suffer twice, Joe. It's to suffer twice.
Unless you worry like I do, in which case you suffer constantly. Bye, Xisuma.
See you, Joe.
Actually, do you need help with anything? I was just gonna go get more iron. I accidentally broke this anvil here, so I was gonna go iron mining, unless you need anything.
Oh, Joe, you do not need to go iron mining. We have an iron farm. I will, This isn't enough for an anvil, I don't think.
Well, I've got most of the anvil. I'm only short. Yeah, this is enough to get me over the top, so I'll just replace the anvil there.
Excellent. But just so you know, the place to get more iron is somewhere. Here it is. This scaffolding, just go down there and you'll find the chest with the iron.
Ooh, thank you, X.
Which I now need... Oh no, I got my shears. Okay, I'm good. Right, anyway, I'll see you around, Joe.
See ya.
Right, what were we trying to do? We were trying to go get some vines. Did Impulse finish the iron farm? He did. Yeah, I was thinking about spoilers and stuff, but I think we just have to embrace it as a group, really, because I'm pretty sure his episode with that in probably hasn't come out. By the way, Raiden D, thank you ever so much for the Prime. Appreciate you. Thank you for supporting my channel. Sausage is a gossip spreader, so you told the right person. Dang it! I've goofed. I need to get... That's the other thing I need to get. I need to get leaf blocks, so we'll start... Ooh, cocoa beans. We'll set up a farm for that. And let's use jungle leaves underground, actually. They're really great. That was planted on dirt. That was a should not happen in Minecraft moment. I wonder how rare that is. That was definitely, like, in the wrong spot, right? Oh, let's do an experiment. We have 9 vines. It drops 10. They should really make it so that that can drop 2, right? That's what I think. Okay, we're going to get, like, as much as we can now and then set up a farm, but also make use of all of this. It's so weird to, like, do the very basics in this game, like I'm doing right now, like nomad style or whatever. I'm so used to building a farm for everything. And because I wanted decoration to be a little bit of an early game priority here, I'm out collecting vines. It's just not something I normally do. It feels strange. Yes, and we also want some leaf blocks. So while those are decaying, we'll have a little pinch. Yeah, lots of stuff here. Very cool. Imagine a group of hermits joining your server and bringing with them the Industrial Revolution. That might just be what happens, right? Might just be what happens. I need to drink some water. I've got a bit of a bellyache, which is annoying. Do you know what it was? I had kale. When I was cooking the kale today, I was thinking, I just had this weird feeling of like, the last time I had kale, didn't I get like a bit of a bellyache? And I was like, remember to like wash it more and cook it more this time, were my thoughts, which I did do. I washed it more, I cooked it more. But I'm just noticing I've got a bellyache again. Is it related? Like, maybe it's just a food that doesn't agree with me too well. So, note to self, next time I have some kale, if I get a bellyache again, I think I'm just going to avoid it. You always think you won't, like, forget stuff, right? Like, oh, you know, I'll definitely remember that. And then, now I'm like, am I remembering this correctly? But yeah. Right, this will be the last of the vines, last of the trees. That's plenty to get us started for now. And so we'll wear these shears right here out, I think. Hi X, how are you today? I'm good, with a little bit of a bellyache, as you've heard. A little bit of a bellyache coming on. Could it be raw kale? Does cooked kale have the same effect? I always cook it, so and I cooked it today, so it's more about it being cooked, I think. Dog Champ is here for 2 months, loving the crossover. Glad to hear it, my dude. Glad to hear it. Right, so now we get to set up a cocoa bean farm. And we've got our vines, we've got some leaf blocks we're building with. We're looking pretty healthy over here. Impulse has his video out, so no worries. Cool. I imagine it only came out recently. Like, I'm streaming quite early in the day. It's just what I wanted to do next. Like, it just felt like the next thing is to do that stream. Because I wanted to stream on here for a while, but the timing hasn't felt right. And I didn't really want to, like, record. I just wanted to come on and stream, which I thought would be a lot of fun. And it has been a lot of fun, hasn't it? I'm on day 2 of tummy ache. Not sure what instigated it, says Tinkerteki. Dang, that's unfortunate. I'm one to get like a bit of a bellyache after eating sometimes, but like it'll go away after a few hours. I rarely have like tummy bugs that last a long time, and that must be really annoying if you have them frequently. I know some people do. Were you guys nervous for the crossover and what the fans' reaction would be? For me, it wasn't really nerves. I kind of knew there would be some people that like it, some people that don't. I was just interested in doing it. I was just like, that's what I want to do. This sounds like a cool thing. And it might be a bit outside of my comfort zone, but that's fine. Not everything has to be, you know, something you're 100% used to. It's been a really fun experience trying this so far. Anyway, that mythical sausage guy, I mean, some of y'all telling me he likes to spread gossip, and now I'm learning that. I'm thinking, who did put this portal here, right? What's that about? Well, one thing I will say, it's a portal with the corners in, which means world generation wise, that would be consistent. If it didn't have the corners in, you'd know that a player placed it. Right, let's eat, let's head underground. Oh, we do have some wheat left. That's proof that EFO built it. Well, it's not, because it can also generate in the world that way, right? I'm going to throw that there. Let's go down here. You and Cleo making Joey break character during the ship build is hilarious. Also, Corrales and Sausage cracking each other up with innuendos is also up there. I couldn't stop laughing. Yeah, we've had a lot of fun interactions across the server so far, haven't we? I should actually probably start leaving a bit of this here for other players. Because we need it to get emeralds, but we're moving on out, upgrading. I don't know what I'm trying to say. 10 jungle logs. I feel like I chopped down way more than 10 out there. Way more than 10, right? I did notice there was stuff on the ground that it felt like I was not collecting. Can we see? I'm not sure if we're seeing the stuff render. But surely it was more than 10 logs. Something feels wrong about that. Okay, so the actual spot that we're going to build this thing is going to be a little further down there. In which case I would like a diamond pick that's better than the one I've got. I've got the efficiency, but not the unbreak. This is where we need the enchanting, you see. Oh yeah, I need to keep leveling this guy up. So here's how we do it. Also, these things need to be dropped off, right? That's more of a tool to go in the toolbox now. So what can I take out of here? I don't need the grindstone or the coal in there for the minute. Oh, I've only got one lead left, so I lost all the leads. Just leave it like that then. What do we got now? Axes. Efficiency 3. That's better. Also, you're not quite the next level, I see. So I think I'll do that and get you there. Unless that didn't work, which is unfortunate and a waste of emeralds. Aha! Smite 2. Right, peeps, I need to switch to standing and nip to the loo, so I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. If you do happen to bounce, be sure to hit the follow button before you head out of here. Enjoy the Be Right Back screen, see some of the amazing builds on the Let's Play Minecraft Together server, which is the equivalent of my Patreon server. If you are interested at all in anything you see, the URL is on the screen, xisumavoid.com/getwhitelisted. I will be right back, peeps. Thank you so much for patiently waiting, and Free Star for Live says, is he setting his desk to standing mode? I have done that. That is what I have done. I'm also thinking standing up might help with my bellyache a little bit, and I'm going to drink a lot of water now. Oh, very good. Very nice. Do enjoy me some water. Yeah, do I want to trade with this one a little bit more? I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but that trade's awesome for the hoe. Yeah, getting efficiency on one of these picks would have been terrific, but we haven't. So I'm not really sure what the strategy is, I guess, but I do need a strategy now. Like, it's always librarians, right? So we really need that lever to get us to the next level. Now, to plan ahead a little bit, I think what I want to do is go in this direction. I also want to try and make this area not too height consistent, let's say. So maybe we'll have it like go slightly downwards, and then if we hit this water over here, we can turn to the corner or something, right? We can get creative. So this is going to drive me mad, I can tell. Let's go grab this for the time being. Even though it's my fortune pick, I'm sure we'll get something better soon. There we go. So what I want to do is kind of recreate what we did in Season 8 of Hermitcraft, if you might remember. I had a temporary area for villages, and then I made it look, for villagers, made it look really nice. And then when I stopped using that area, I was kind of like, I actually really like that and wish I could have done a bit more of it. So what we want to do is bring back that theme, that style a little bit. Make it a bit wider, a little less uniform, and do something like fun and interesting with this space. So I'm not looking for uniformity. I'm looking for like more of a cave shape, let's say, and we're going to need a bunch of blocks to achieve that. Now, primarily not being someone who builds on the fly, I'm going to think about how we're going to achieve this. I'm going to achieve it by being organized, funny enough. So I'm going to create a chest nearby that has the things that we need in it. This is reminding me now that I need to build a few more farms potentially first. So different types of lead blocks can go in here. Vines are actually something we're going to build with, but we're also going to mix these vines with cobblestone to make mossy cobblestone. Did you know about that, eh? Then we're going to need cobblestone slabs and stairs, same for the mossy. So we need a stone cutter nearby. Now what? When you make a stone cutter, what villager is that? That's what trades I'm thinking. Stone cutter, are we looking at Java or Bedrock? We're looking... It's the mason! That's actually one I wanted to do. So the mason can give us bricks for emeralds, chiseled stone bricks. A little further down the line it can give us polished andesite diorite, dripstone bricks. Quartz is the main thing at the end. I don't think any of those are immediately necessary for us, so we won't be doing those trades. But anyway, the stone cutter is going to be essential. So we're going to drop this down over here. We'll even make up a few blocks just to kind of keep like what's available in this chest as a sort of a reminder, right? Like, hey, we're building this with these materials. Now we're going to need stone. Ah, this is where we need bamboo. Right. So before I go taking a whole bunch of trips to get stuff, might we need a cartographer tape? No. It's the lectern for the books. Okay, I need to do more thinking here. Cartography table gives you the paper for emerald trade. That's not actually what I need, but I can make a paper farm. The best one I think is going to be making a pumpkin farm to get pure emeralds at some point. Then we have... Photographer table, and then the lectern. So when I go to the lectern, the paper trade is also available through that, and that's where you got all the enchanted books. I feel like there's something that I need right now, but I'm not putting my finger on it. Maybe not. Maybe I don't need anything right now. Maybe we can just focus on building because, you know, the materials are here, essentially. Also, what about like using raw copper in here? I wonder if we can get away with a little bit of raw copper block. Yeah, so we do this, right? Some of that, some of these. So then we need fuel to create stone. We also need to set up a vine farm, so a very crude and quick vine farm is what I'll... I don't think I actually need to recess the blocks here at all, right? We'll do it anyway, we'll dig all this out. So here's where my vine farm will go. So then we'll be able to walk to the back here and get some more when we need it. Sugarcane, says Fussy Cat. Yeah, again, I don't think I need it. I just had this weird feeling like I need those materials, but I'm not sure that I do. If this doubled up, you could put some over here, like on that bit. It doesn't double up, unfortunately. What I could do, just for my needs, is double it up this way. So then it grows into 2 spaces. Aha. So there's a temporary vine farm. That thing is now technically a little bit closer to over here, but that's fine. So now we need fuel to do the stones, right? We get stone from cobble, and we'll get plenty of cobble. Andesite. Andesite is another material that we need. So hopefully we can find a blob of that somewhere and just mine it. Leather is useless without paper from the sugarcane. Yeah, we've already got the paper though. Like, I know it's something that I need to do, right? That we know, but it's not something I need to do for building. That's where I'm getting a little confused. I've got multiple priorities. Oh wait, I remember why it is. I remember that there is a reason. It's because of enchanting. I've got loads of XP, and I'm not enchanting anything. And if I enchanted a pickaxe and it had efficiency 4 or something, that would be better for building with, right? That's the missing link. So it's like, do I really need to get a faster pick? And I think the answer is efficiency 3 will probably do me just fine for the minute. So to keep things simple, we'll wait a minute. Isn't a sword also? Oh, it's the. Why do I think it's the axe? It's the sword. Ha! Just had a bit of like season 8 deja vu, and then I'm like, wait, wasn't I using a sword before? Oh, that filled up quick. I did not expect it to fill up so much. How is everyone getting XP? I'm getting XP. Oh, there's loads of stone already here. I wonder if Impulse has a plan for it. I'm getting Oh, look. Do you know what? I'm going to pinch some of this. This is all about working together, right? I'm going to take the coal out of here, actually. I'm going to put the coal in a chest. Take 4 stacks of that. And then get more of that bamboo back. Sword takes a lot of durability, though. It does. Luckily, we're using a disposable iron sword and not a fancy schmancy diamond enchanted one. It actually says to use the axe in the F3 screen. Really? Mineable axe. You're right. That's very peculiar, because you'd think the system that says what tool you use it would just get it from the thing that tells you that, right? Like, otherwise you've got it written twice for some reason. Okay, then for our own needs, we'll take like that much. Yeah. Cool. Bug report. Hey, y'all got a bug report right there. If someone wants to submit it, the Minecraft world will thank you forevermore. Hey, look, Joe's absolutely on these cows. Excellent. Fancy schmancy. I'm going to use that now, says Sam Cat. It's a classic. Girls, thank you ever so much for gifting a sub to Estelian. Appreciate you doing that. Estelian, you don't need to say thanks. If there's one person who doesn't need to say thanks, this is Estelian. Thank you for all you do. And thank you, Curls. Adventure, thank you ever so much for the Prime. Greatly appreciated. Right, now that we're down here, we get to take this stone. Hey, we might even use a little bamboo in this area. That could be fun. I don't want to bring in the bricks. I want to keep it all looking very natural down here. So now we get to say we're going to use these as well. That's a part of the building palette. Andesite is another material we need. Oh, didn't I say we'd use bamboo? So we'll leave these 2 stacks over there. The vines can go back in. Right, these materials are part of the build palette when they're like that, not when they're stripped. Just noticing I've got some valuable blocks here. Take that coal out. Yeah, just gotta sort out the junk a little bit. Oh dear. Any andesite there? I don't think so. But there's some other blocks that are supposed to be in here. Right, we've got a very clean looking inventory now, don't we? I did say I might use some raw copper, right? Like, I just got a weird feeling there might be a little bit of synergy with the Achacha, but we're using the grey of the Achacha, so maybe not. Right, the next thing to do is to get bone meal for moss. We're going to use this bone supply that I've got here. I'm going to drop off a stack of those. So that'll be for creating moss at the floor level, which means I'm going to need some shears to pick those blocks up. Keep them on hold. So now all we need is a little bit of andesite for our build palette, and then I think we're good. So I was down in here mining some stuff earlier, and I remember there were a few blobs, so there's like diorite. There it is, andesite. I had a feeling that's where I saw some. So we'll go mine that next. King Lofos, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. The Monkey Programmer, thank you for 4 months of support. Is it me or is it lagging, says Matin Itak. It'll probably be just for you. I've got no issues on my end that I can see anywhere. I love the way you pronounce Achacha. I pronounce it the correct way. Some good water. I need to keep hydrating. My belly ache's going away. It might have just been the way I'm sitting. I've noticed sometimes like you get a bit of a cramp if you've just eaten and you're sitting. We got a ladder now? There's sort of like this impromptu staircase here, as you can see. I'm going to take a little bit of dripstone while I'm here too. I'm not sure how useful that's going to be, but the odd block. You see, what we want to do is set up a build palette, but then give it room to have like little variants where you just, I don't know, maybe you've got a villager surrounded by granite or something like that, and break up the usual palette at the same time. So that's also important. Lever or lever? Hit the lever. I'd say literally how I said it first is probably the best way. Lever or lever. Definitely not like that. You need lever. No, you need lever to make that. To make that that book. No, that don't work. I'm telling you now, that don't work. Now, ore veins for iron. Are they made with andesite? Because copper is granite. Thought I might have found a vein for a second there. So, already got a couple of stacks. Probably good to get us going, right? But we'll just grab a little bit more while we're here. We got Sorrow the Soul here for 32 months. Thank you so much, Sorrow. Appreciate your continued support. Just woke up and saw the stream. It's a great morning, says Mere Tuna. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy the stream, and it makes for a good morning. For me, it's kind of, what, 3 o'clock? Oh, dang, that's a little later than I thought it would be. Where does the time go? I kind of woke up early, but then I had, the first of the month is like administrative duties for me, so I had to do a load of stuff in spreadsheets, had to prune the Hermitcraft world. Then Then I had to work out and eat, and so like the day has just sort of started later for me. But dang, the weather. Today we had like absolute gust of wind hail, like blowing down so much hail it looked like snow on the ground. And last night in the middle of the night I was woken up to like the curtains blowing like wide into the room, and it's because there was just some insane winds outside, and then it made it really hard to fall back asleep because it was so noisy. Yeah, and Arth woke me up in a bit of a state because literally the first thing I saw was like a bunch of curtains flailing across the room, which is not what you normally see. So it put my brain into a bit of a weird state, let's say. Magnum Indy, thank you for 13 months of support. Curls of Doom, thank you for gifting a sub to Leonard M54. Appreciate all you do, Curls. Leonard, be sure to say thanks in the chat. Let's go up here. I didn't get a lot of that dripstone, did I? Tunker out says, hey X, just watching the stream while I make some chicken and veggies for lunch. Really looking forward to seeing you interact with Pixel Riffs. My two favourite creators. What are you getting those blocks for? Greetings from Argentina. We actually bumped into Pixel Riffs earlier in this stream, and I am getting these blocks for our villager trading hall, which is going to be more of an organic setup, right? Hey X, is there any sugarcane for Joe to grow paper, since the leather's being handled? Is Joe after sugarcane? Because I could set up a little something down here quickly, actually. As we have... Oh, do you know, do I have a second water bucket? Dang it, there's always something, right? Here's what I'm going to do. Now that I think about it, can't see the entities. Sometimes you can. Yeah, I'm not actually sure where the water source is here to come and pinch one, so we'll probably end up making more of a mess than just going back up to the surface. Always got to keep 2 water buckets so you got an infinite water pool, right? Basics, really. X, why don't you ever wear your Realms cape? I mean, I'm not wearing it, but wait, no, I'm not. I was going to say something about the wings. Usually, I always wear it. I love my cape. It tends to just be one of those, I don't know, Minecraft Mojang things where, like, I don't know, there's a bug and, oh look, it's not equipped anymore. That kind of thing. Yeah, you've just reminded me that my cape isn't equipped. Can I fix that from the launcher? Skins? That's the one that I'm using. So if I edit it, and I select Map Maker, save and use. Yeah, hopefully that'll be fixed now. I really love that cape. Every now and then I notice that it's bugged out and not showing, and seems it did it again. Wow, how did the Astral Project there a minute ago? The Astral Project? You're wearing armor though, right? So the cape won't show. Armor, does armor stop the cape from showing? Can't remember.
My debt. I mean, this debt that I am in. Goodbye. Good luck.
Oh. I was gonna sneak up.
A lot more spontaneous than I'm used to, but that's fine. Oh, hey, X is back. I don't know if he can hear me or not.
Hey, Joe.
X.
What was going on there?
So, apparently that guy lost his rockets and was trying to find a portal. But anyway, I put some surplus hay here. These cattle might be ready to go again. I've been starting another bigger wheat farm over this way.
Nice.
So if you have any extra seeds at any point, I can start expanding with those.
I don't have extra seeds, but I do have something else for you. Aha!
Is that sugarcane?
Yeah.
I was just looking for that.
Yeah, someone in my chat suggested that I give you sugarcane so you can make a farm. And I was like, does Joe need sugarcane, or am I just telling him to do something? And
well, no,
I think they're watching your
that,
stream too.
Yeah, I feel like, well, we needed cows for leather for books, and then to make paper, right? We need...
That's right.
Papyrus, or whatever.
Papyrus.
Well, isn't that like the
Paper.
justification? This used to be papyrus, and then they changed it to sugarcane.
Did it really be... Was it like early game papyrus, was it then?
Yeah, I think back in like Alpha,
Wow.
it was called papyrus, and you would use 3 of these to make paper. And then they're like, oh, let's just make paper out of sugarcane, and we don't want to have 2 plants that look almost identical with different names.
Makes sense, yeah. Oh,
So awesome!
you learn
yeah.
something every
This
day,
one-
right?
Yeah, exactly. Do you have an enchanting station set up, or is this
That's
part of
what I
you're
brought
working
the
toward anyway?
cows over for. We need to do enchanting.
Okay.
So, whenever you're ready, I've got obsidian and all that stuff. In fact, we could probably kill 1 or 2 of these now, right?
I mean, do you need 2 diamonds? I've got some down in my house.
I've got all the diamonds we need.
Ah, fantastic.
Do you have some?
Saves me some
Can
time.
I pinch
I have
this?
lapis as well. Yeah, no, I put that there for you. So if you're like, is there extra wheat? Yes, there is.
Right, let's do one round of breeding so we can make repopulation easy. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll do a little bit of slaughtering, I guess. Have you got a looting sword?
No. I
Okay.
do have some lapis lazuli, though, that we might want for enchanting. I'll go grab that real quick.
The question is how much leather? Like, it's 1 for a book and 3 paper.
Mm-hmm.
See, the thing is we can do low-level enchanting. We need bookshelves. So we'd have to start trading with librarians, which means you need a whole bunch of bookshelves for making a lectern.
Well,
so
we can make bookshelves just with leather and paper, the old-fashioned way, if we need to.
right, but you need a lot. Like, you're going to need 3 books, 3 leather per bookshelf. Then you'll need 9 if you want to start trading with a librarian. If you want to make a full enchanting setup, that's like 3 times 15, I think. So you need to get the numbers of the cows up first. But I've got enough to make the enchanting table to begin with. So that's
Yeah,
cool.
and I'm spinning up the wheat farm. That's going to get exponentially larger, so then we can breed the cows faster. I've got extra fences to expand the cow pen.
Nice.
I feel like we're in good shape.
Yeah, if you follow me then, I'm going to put the
Sure.
enchanting table down with the villagers just because you get so much XP from them. And I can enchant
Oh.
a bunch of stuff for you too as it goes.
I didn't. So is there a villager trading setup down here too?
Yeah, I'm starting work on it. There's very basic stuff down here. Yeah, it's just round this corner, through the doors, which are to stop the villagers
Oh.
from escaping.
Whoa.
Okay, so if I make 2 books, or is it 1 book? Is it 1 book, 2 diamonds? I never remember which way around it is.
It's 1 book, 2 diamonds, obsidian, I think.
And it's not gonna... Oh, I gotta try and remember. No.
I think you put.
You just told me what
I
it
think
was and I'm
it's-
doing it
it's like a
different. There, I
two.
got it. I got it. Sweet.
Woo.
Let's just dump it down over here.
Yay.
So
And
you can
here's
do
half
like
my
basic
lapis.
low-level stuff now, essentially.
Yeah, I just throw like a level 1 enchant on my unbreaking. Or wait, no. I think I accidentally grabbed your axe out of the chest. I'll put that back. Because I did not enchant this one.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm putting things all over the place. There's hoes here that can be enchanted. So if you check the trades with some of these, the thing is they offer diamond tools that are already enchanted. So you have to get 2 of them and combine them together in order to re-enchant them.
Interesting.
So I can't think of much of a reason to enchant stuff right now unless I just do low-level stuff.
Oh wow, there's a lot of emeralds just sitting in here too.
Oh, that one's already enchanted. Wow. Didn't realise that was enchanted. Yeah, there's emeralds in here. There's iron. Yeah, just all the stuff needed for trading.
Is it okay if I trade with these guys to get some diamond tools then? Like, just could I take 30 emeralds out of this chest? Is that community property or?
Yeah,
yours?
the top chest is my idea of like yeah, that top chest is more communal property. Yeah,
Oh,
pretty much
thank you
all of
so
this is
much.
communal. Yeah.
Okay,
And then the
'cause,
one
yeah,
on the
just
right
having an
is you can probably pinch stuff from it. Yeah, you can pinch stuff from either of these chests. This shulker box is my little backpack though.
Fantastic. Well, just having this unbreaking 3 diamond pickaxe now. I just gave away my nearly broken one, so this is very fortunate timing.
Awesome. Right. I think 1 more enchant I'm going to make for the time being. My chat's going to tell me I'm wasting my levels here. I know it. I'll put some lapis in there. Well, do we need more lapis?
Oh no, I've got. I'll dump. I just dumped my 29 lapis or so into this chest. So you're so generous with your emeralds. Take the lapis.
Well, there are emeralds, right? It's all from. It's all for the cause. Over here.
Usually, a cause implies having a clear direction or intent, but it's all for the community, at least.
Community. There we go.
There we go.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the hermits with a direction, that could be dangerous.
Alright, I'm going to get back to my stream, dude, but feel free to trade,
go
come down here, use the enchanting table, all that stuff.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it, X. Bye.
Cool. See you, Joe. Almighty Alex here, some cheers and biddies, saying you didn't get rid of Doc's stuff this time, did you, when pruning? Yes, that's really frustrated me because I put so much time and effort into doing world pruning, and it's something there is some sort of failure point somewhere, and I can't figure it out. And it seems to be that despite my best efforts, somehow those areas got pruned. And I now have the coordinates of them, and when I did it today I could go over and look at them, and I don't know why they didn't turn up last time. There's a lot I can say about this because we made some strides this morning. So I've had a load of sarky comments about that right after I put out my video on how to do things like that and how you should be careful with it. I'm doing the best I can with the tools that are there, and I've certainly made some mistakes in the past, like putting the files back in the wrong dimension, but then you correct your process. It's like, okay, if that can happen, how can I avoid that happening? I've now got it to the way in which I manage the world download and go through all the steps. All of these things where I've made mistakes get ruled out. So today when I was doing the world pruning, it took me well over an hour because I was trying to preserve dock area with a new method, and there is a bug in the program again that stops it from working. So I don't want to put the blame on the program, but it seems like it doesn't quite always do what it's supposed to, and I had that problem today because what I realized we could do is modify the inhabited time data of areas that we're in intentionally. Somewhere around here I should have a shovel, right? It's in my backpack. So by intentionally modifying the inhabited time of an area, you get to preserve it because it won't get caught out by the filtering system. Despite doing that, it still got caught out on a couple of chunks, and I don't know why. But it led me to come up with a solution, working with Henkel again, who's been amazing, making so many useful mods for Hermitcraft. We're going to add a command that allows you to manually modify the inhabited time of an area. So if you build a farm, you can manually adjust the inhabited time. Oh, I need dirt to do this. Huh. I need some dirt down here. Oh wait, I do have some dirt. That's good, isn't it? So now what we can do is manually adjust the area, the time of an area that we want to keep. Right? And then when we use the filtering system, it doesn't pick up that area. And that solution has been available for a long time. When you try and do it with the program itself, it doesn't seem to work consistently, and I'm not sure why. But yes, it has been a point of annoyance, the timing of that, and how the perception is I don't know. The comments that I've read is it's my fault, and it's I'm trying to do something good here, and I don't slack with it. I don't take it like a joke, and so somehow Doc's areas just didn't get picked up by the filter, and they got chopped off. And then I did everything I could to help him get it back on as quick as I could. I've done my due diligence here, and yet I get a bunch of comments about it, right? It's frustrating. As long as you're making new mistakes, you're moving forwards, says another JT. That's true, actually. That's true. Like the dimension mistakes won't happen again because now the process has changed so that I don't confuse. There's no way for me to get confused or misremember what dimension is what again, right? Taking that out of the equation. And, you know, when we first did world pruning, it was only a small operation too. So the operation has actually expanded to be more beneficial for the long-term use of the world as well. So, like, it's a process. It changes over time. SCJ says, as far as I'm concerned, shoot happens. As long as you do it your best to deal with it, you're doing great. Yeah, and that's what I do. Stuff happens, I do my best, we improve. But then, I don't know, on the internet, everyone loves to memeify. Everyone likes to make a joke. And I take it a little personally, I guess, when it's like, you know, I do this thing over and over again to the best of my ability, and it's been of like immense benefit, but yet there occasionally some things go wrong and it just gets turned into a joke, and it's kind of just like, ugh, leave it be. Right, look at this inventory, full of junk. Absolutely no surprise there. This is Minecraft, of course. Let's now do a little bit of cleanup. Emeralds will also go in there. We're probably going to use these tools a fair bit now. We'll put the book in there. In fact, I'm going to just start dumping a lot of stuff. The wood in this one. Gravel in here. Right, loads of andesite and cobble is for building. Not going to need that anymore. Raw beef. I'm going to run out of food eventually, so I need to cook that up. Yes, now the inventory just looks a little bit better overall. I tell you what I didn't do down here. I need to do. Just put in a little bit of a infinite waterfall, right? Right, nothing break off. It's temporary. There we go. Ha. Those can go into there, then we come back over here. Right, we're kind of at a point where we're like all ready to start doing some absolute building, right? So we'll, I think we're going to start with the bones and the bone meal. That's what I'm going to need these shears for. It's like, don't you need, do you need a moss block to start with? Can you just do this on grass? Is it like you need a dirt block and then it converts? I actually can't remember. We'll find... No, because that's not going to do anything. I need a moss block to get... Dang it! I need one moss block. What a goose. How did I skip that step? Let's go find a moss block. The work you do to keep HC running is really only ever noticed when you make a mistake because it's mostly invisible to the viewers, so it's really easy for people to point to mistakes and don't say a word when things go right. It's the same with CGI and VFX artists. No one says a word about good effects in the movies, but they only ever get criticism when something goes wrong and the effect looks off. I hope your trilogy videos make people understand the amount of work that needs to be done behind the scenes to make a server like HC running well every day. A beautiful message. Thank you, Curls. And a lesson there that goes far beyond just VFX and CGI too. That's a lot of things in the world, right? We are just naturally drawn to the thing that breaks the norm or the thing that's negative. So you'll become focused on those events when they happen. These can be like silly things, like, I don't know, people making just a simple mistake, slipping over, falling over. Boom, your eyes are on it. Ah, what a goose, they fell over. Well, they were functioning pretty well until that happened, you know. And then the same with all the events and the things that happen in the world that we get critical about and upset about. You know, they usually come through like a factory line, production line of like works. Uh-oh, thing went wrong. And that's not to obviously dismiss or excuse things that go wrong, but just that perception is sometimes really needed. Let's see if we've got any moss stuff down here. Yikes. These are very well labelled, so I don't think we will find... Where do we get moss from then if I don't have some? We'll probably find, like, over there'll be moss blocks. In fact, I can see some. So there is an opportunity for us to pinch from the Empire's people a moss block and start a farm. I'm looking for a boat. The boat right there. The means to make a boat will be here. Noise is in the ear, Casian. 1339, 2 months. Arjun Matt 99, 38 months. And Endansum with the Prime. Thank you so much for the continued support. Appreciate it, my dude. And thank you for using the Prime. If peeps did not know, if you got Amazon Prime, you can use it to subscribe to someone on Twitch. Can you go search for Azalea Tree to find a lush cave? I really want to crack on with building rather than go on a exploration right now. It was Joe that made that storage system, actually. Did I not say that? I was aware that Joe made it. And it is very well organised. X, what are you planning to do to build your starter base after building the starter trader hall? I don't know if I'm going to build a starter base. I'm just going to build farms and do cool stuff. Right. How can I pinch one of these without it really being noticeable? Like that, yeah? And just in case, I'll pinch another one and another one. There. No one will know that I came over here. Mini blocks of snow. No one will know that I came over here and pinched 3. I thought it might have been a player's name. Honey. Cheese and bacon baked potato. Oh, don't talk about food. I feel hungry now. I'm going to have a salad with hummus and couscous, I think, if I remember correctly. No, not hummus. Halloumi. The cheese. The squeaky cheese. X has a starter pit. He's got all he needs in it right now. Yeah, I got a starter pit. Starter pit. Sounds very metal. Gushi! Thank you for 36 months. Appreciate your support, dude. Thank you so much. Ooh, halloumi. The grilling cheese. Yeah, you always grill it, didn't you? Or fry it, actually. Maybe it's better fried. The last time I cooked some, I felt like I underdid it, like big time. And I was like, every time I have halloumi, it really does need to be well done. So today, I'm going to cook it proper. Right, how many times before building today have we had to, like, just travel back and forth to find the materials? Too much, I say, too much. X, when was the last time you ate a cheeseburger, says Caspar? That's a great question. I think a couple of years ago, I had one after a football game from one of those, like, parked caravan-looking food wagons that just sold greasy burgers and hot dogs in buns. And I got it, and I was well disappointed with it. That was probably the last time I did. Then again, I had a Five Guys on occasion, but I tend to avoid eating something like cheeseburger. You know, I avoid bread, and so therefore, it's never good cheese as well. It's always that, like, plasticky, weird cheese, right? Anyway, we are now officially into the building. Whoops. And I put it in the wrong place. How'd you get those pop-ups at the top right, says Matanak. Oh, that's part of the magic of the stream. I set up my stuff and things so that can happen. Right, in pursuit of no perfection, if that even makes sense to say. So this is like 5 blocks along from the last one, but we'll do a little bit of that, I think. Maybe like an andesite slab is required. So here's where I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, every type of block that I want to use is currently in my inventory, which is why we've done that. Oh! I wanted andesite there. And I get that back when I break it, even though I don't have Silk Touch. Interesting. Interesting. What blocks go here? This is where, like, some villages will be to trade with, right? So I need to think about what blocks go in that little space. So something similar on the opposite side. That's a little close to where I put my chest, right? But then here, we'll have it in line, I think. little bit of that going on. But I don't want to perfectly align up. I kind of want like lots of flaws and blemishes. So like on the ceiling, like a bit of moss, and then all of this has got to come out. Hey X, just watching a stream. The stream while I make some chicken and veggies for lunch. Really looking forward to seeing you interact with Pixelriffs, my two favourite creators. Tunker out, didn't I read your exact same message earlier? Although I don't remember the food bit. I love the music you play in the background, it's so magical. Yeah, we're listening to Lord Leviticus, a little bit of Dungeon Synth. Over on my Xisuma Says channel, I put out a video about how I made a Dungeon Synth record and maybe could have been a part of that scene. I'm not using the fortune pick, dang, I need all that coal. Yeah, I kind of want to grab all of that. Quite a big vein here, isn't there? Now I'm distracted again, doing something else. Xisuma, have you ever tried making falafel? I haven't. That's something I haven't tried. I really like falafel, though. It's funny, I was cooking earlier, and I was like, I really love this. But I haven't challenged myself with cooking in some time. I haven't done something that's really been different. Maybe I should go look for a recipe. Maybe it could be falafels. Right, so the question here is, what do we put behind our villagers? How do we like keep them in this area? They all need their own little like bit. So one will be standing here. Possibly, nah, I think raising them up a block wouldn't feel right. Anyway, that's like the free spots where they get to stand. And we shouldn't shy away from using lots of stone in this area, otherwise we'll go a bit mad with replacing it for other materials. So yeah, and we need leaf blocks in here somewhere too. There needs to be some other material here, and this is where I'm tempted to use the stripped cha-cha. I never put a crafting bench over here. That seems kind of odd. Seems very odd. So what about raw copper? There seems to be so much about, right? Like behind them. Could be kind of funky, interesting. Maybe a little terracotta in this area wouldn't be so bad. Oh, I am feeling like it just needs a contrast. Like you got the green, a little bit of that at the back. Don't want to use the stripped achacha logs. I just got a feeling that won't feel right. What other material, peeps? What other material? Fences under moss carpets. I don't know why we would put fences under moss carpets. Not following you there. Bit of dripstone might actually look good, but I don't think it quite fits the palette. Raw copper goes nicely with shroom lights. I don't have access to shroom lights. I really don't have I do have some cobbled deep slate. There's a lot of this about, so why don't we try doing that? That also gives us like a whole bunch of other blocks too. It's like the floor will be moss. That's got a nice little bit of synergy, actually. Does it transfer to this space? Because we get to throw even more... A little bit on the side's okay, I'll say that. This needs to be a different material. I don't know what material. And the inventory is full again, says Curls. That's Minecraft for you. A lot of you are suggesting stuff I don't have access to in chat. When I'm talking about what material and then I'm looking in my chests, it's because I am looking for something that's actually just already here, right? Could use iron blocks, but unfortunately they're not really great for this. Pillage and plunder like a pirate. I wonder if a bit of spruce wood ain't so bad. We've got a whole stack here, right? No, just the colour ain't right. Or potentially use some moss blocks. Stripped spruce, some are saying. Stripped jungle? do not have a lot of jungle wood, do I? There is a jungle nearby. Kind of matches the this stuff a little bit, right? It's a bit wild. That's stone. I always get stone and andesite like muddled up when looking at them somehow. I can almost see that working, but I'm not sure that it does. Someone says change the orientation so the texture lines up better. Yeah, no, I don't think it's that either. I do have... let's go raid some communal resources, because we're real close to just sussing this one out, I feel like. And I don't want to mess around my inventory too much, as we've got all the building blocks together here. But I guess I should probably just put a couple back in here. For now. Check out the resources on the bridge. I was encouraged to steal some resources from the bridge, although it wasn't worded that way. Is that a thing? Joe's got an amethyst stockpile developing. Oh. Let's think for a second. That's a really bold decision. So, amethyst. I was thinking calcite. Maybe there's a bit more dripstone, although I I'm the nerd about that. So let's say we try that one, we try this one, we try that. Like, there's a bunch of options. Wow, we got so much. I'm going to take a stack of that just so when I next need some, there's some lying around. Tough may also go good down there. And I think that'll do me. Do me nicely, that will. Yes, and off we go again. Dang, I'm really chuffed that Joe's over here just doing constant farming and breeding. That's going to be immensely helpful. Steal, no, it's borrow. Well, it's communal resources, so I'm not doing either of those things, technically. Pixely Pup says, so what gave the Hermits and the Empire's players the idea to work together and make lore together? Well, you know, who wouldn't want to do something awesome like this? If you're a part of a cool group and there's another cool group and you want to do something cool together, why not? So, calcite, quite a strong contrast. Don't think it's going to go well with that there. Bit smoother with that stuff, right? Put some of that there. You know, it's the shape of it. I don't know. That's not feeling quite right. Feels like the amethyst should be back there. So what about taking out the calcite? There's got to be some combination here that just like makes sense. Actually, I really like that, but this has to be different here, like a little more depth. The other thing is, like, what we pick really needs to work with greenery. So let's say we come back here and dump that in there. Like, remember, we've also got to use jungle leaves too. So that looks kind of cool, but there's going to be like a few jungle leaves in front of it, and they don't gel too well. I think the calcite might pop a little better with that. But then you're stuck with full blocks. It feels a little bit better. Let's try that for the time being, because I ain't got a clue, really. Oh wait, I'm mining the wrong thing. Oh yeah, we also brought Tuft over here. So using that magical middle click. And the sound of the blocks is pleasant. So very deliberately not lined up entirely correctly, let's say. And then when you enter this area, you're going to need a bit more something around here, I think. Right, and then when it comes to lighting, like, we should use the iron with the torches, right? Iron plus torch equals win. I think so. Where did I put all that coal? In fact, the other thing I was looking for was that. Turn that into sticks. Grab this over here. Oh, look, I got another one there. Can make chains already as well. Did I forget about that? I think I did. Look at this inventory, dang. Minecraft, please. Right, the dirt was something I brought over here. I don't think I'm going to throw the tuff in the pallet after all. Probably not going to use that either, so a little bit more space freed up. Right. So with this, we can make those. Beautiful. 32 sounds good. And then a few more for chains, right? Definitely can make some more chains. And then just chuck the remnants into there. Cool. I feel like you'd want something slightly structural. Or maybe do that. Have a cross. Then a lantern. Nicely illuminates this area, right? Here's where we patiently use our bone mill again. Let's make sure that this area here isn't too uniform, too simple. Something like that, right? Then grab that bone mill. Yes, all the way back there. Doesn't have to do every little bit though. So then we're going to have some things like directly in front. Oh, we also need grass down here. Yeah, you need to mix up these blocks of grass. That's not something I need to do straight away. Definitely something to be considered. Now these bushes that we're picking up, they can just sort of go there. They'd probably look nice if they had a lantern on. Anyway, what do we think of that? Like, sort of recessed, they're going to be blocks in front. Like, early on, you're going to use a bunch of rails to get the villagers over here as well, which is going to be obviously annoying, and I probably can't do that straight away. This inventory is a mess. Let's go grab... Yeah, so like, these three are going to get moved over here. They're going to be like that, and then they're going to have moss carpets on top of them, I think. So that changes the way the area looks. But do we like that? Is that cool? What do we think, chat? Let's just work on the blockage around here now. It looks pretty, says Anixie Nightshade. Looks cool, says Andalex. Looks good, nice stuff. I feel like it just needs like another block that's got some pizzazz, but I couldn't find it. And one thing I don't want to do is like have to rely on building a whole bunch of other farms and stuff like that. So I'm pretty stoked with what we got going on here, actually. Right, so then to build the other side where we do something rather similar, or maybe do something deliberately different, like we'll have another group over on this side. Let's go for deliberately different this time. I feel like we need that. We need deliberately different. So that we avoid symmetry and doing the same thing over and over again. So I think, you know, you got these three here. Then we're going to have like a step down on this side at this level. All the way across from side to side. And that's going to make this whole bit here bigger. We're really going to try and emphasize the cow site for a moment, I think. Let's go... maybe like this. And have... oh wait, that means there's going to be two workplaces that are shared. That doesn't actually work, does it? So let's try it when we go like this. Put two of these in, have that come out the front. So you can have one there, You can have your 4th one, maybe even a 5th one, right? Like, really push it. So it's like you walk into this area a bit. So, the very intentional idea here is to get away from the uniformity, as I've probably made very clear. Let's go over here. Then bring some of the moss down to this level. And we've got a noise in the air. I'm going to read that in a second. I'm kind of like in the flow of building. Let's see what happens, right? So we bring this stuff down to here again. Now it's all the way over there. Definitely got to like manage the grass a little more here and there. That's all good. Does this stuff replace cobble? Can't remember. Anyways. So yeah, we need to tidy up this ceiling. And then this block here needs to be some of the achacha wood, which I don't have on me. Right, noise in the ear. What is it here? It's Trisking352, some cheers and biddies saying buttons, question mark. Great suggestion, actually. Buttons will definitely add a little something here and there, but I think the buttons is more for the pass stage, where you do a pass over things. We're just getting the foundations together first. So that'll definitely be something of consideration. Now, what this side doesn't have a lot of is leaves. So I think that's what we're going to go for over here. Let's get a nice old mix with some leaves this time. What goes in this space? Well, we're talking about it. Yeah, it does mean like it's a bit awkward when you got that extra block in the front. I wonder if we could do something different here actually. Like, can they stand? I think they can stand on top of their block, and then you could just have like a fence post with a carpet on top. Might look cooler. I want to experiment with that. Oh, we could use these. We could use these. Let's have a quick look. So if we were to put a blast furnace here, and then put that there, with this on top of it. Well, you know what would look even cooler, I think? One of these. Then it would be a bit of a full block thing again. That's actually, I don't know, that's kind of great. Maybe just mix it up each time. Don't always have the same thing. So like here, we'll just do that. Yeah, much to think about, right? Much to think about. I think that's going to be better, so let's go ahead and agree to do that. Got that full inventory again, haven't I? Oh yeah, definitely need a few of those here and there, especially for like a transition at the front. And over on this side, let's just do that with this block. Put that on top of it. Kind of nice, kind of nice. Down here, not as well lit up, but I was sort of focusing a little bit. How'd that get up there, eh? I was focusing a little bit on putting in some leaves. So, trying to get back to that. God, look at this hotbar. We need some sort of system to help us in this game, don't we? Just bear with me while I do my thing. I'm like running through all the blocks in my head and then struggling to put them on my hotbar. Right, yeah, so I'm looking at something like that. Getting way more of the right blocks in place now. So yeah, that's actually looking real cool. But we need the light, and then we need the leaves. So it's at this level here that I think we need to bring in a bit of the roof. Fingers crossed for me here. This is close to being great, I think. A little bit of that. Then come up to this area. So leave blocks here. It's almost good. I don't know. Almost right. Need to get rid of that light source. Yeah, this is going to come over and meet in the middle. Just a little bit there. We'll leave that stone for now. That one? Yeah. Right, now we've got, like, you know, from one side to the other. I think it looks pretty alright. Some vines too, says Lucaro. I think, yeah, the occasional vine might work out. The thing that I'm mad about is this just inventory. Just insane. Maybe I've overdone it a little bit myself. Anyway, like, don't know quite where to put them, and if they're going to, like, spread is another concern. So yeah, speaking of light sources and putting them away, can we put this on a nice spot? I'm going to put it right there. So, you know, not doing the uniform thing of like, oh, it hangs there, it hangs here. So it's a bit dark in this corner, that's fine. I think what we need over here is something like that on the ground, and then some leaf blocks here. Right, and there you go. Look at that. Quite beautiful, I think. Definitely needs a bit of work with the amount of grass and the amount of these hedges. Need to mix in more of this stuff, maybe get the extra slab or two or stair in place. But the idea is that we create little sections as we walk down through this corridor, and they're not all uniform. 4 on that side, 3 over here. The layout is kind of symmetrical looking, but it's not, right? And that's going to be the trick here. That's going to be the charm. Let's get ourselves a slab of some sort, just there. Right, and you can see it needs a bit of work over here too, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep doing some passes here and figuring it all out. Further chat suggestions, glowberries and spore bottoms. Things that I do not have, peeps. Things that I do not have. Yeah, lots of positive messages in chat. How about blending the calcite together with some use of diorite? That's a great suggestion. When I was trying to figure out a palette that I wanted to build yesterday, I tried that a little bit. When I actually tried calcite yesterday, now I didn't like it, but I think I was just looking for something I hadn't seen before. There's a lot of like styles on this server where it's like, whoa, because they love to use color, is what I'm noticing. Like a lot of color. Very Cub fan style. And obviously you've seen the influence of Pearl and her building style. So, like, I'm seeing that and I want to gravitate in a similar direction, but I couldn't quite see it with the basic materials we start with, right? Couldn't quite see what that would be. Yeah. I'm chuffed with how this has turned out. So even coming into here, this stuff's all temporary, but it's like, right, okay, this starts something, does it? And then you'll go further down, and there'll just be more and more of this awesomeness. And it will not be uniform at all. It'll have some partial uniformity, but for the most part, it's going to be a little bit of chaos here and there. Wonderful, wonderful. Mary Gershwin. Name of a musician I listen to. Thank you ever so much for 9 months. That's a Twitch baby right there. Get to press the Twitch baby button. The Ocelot, thank you for 4 months. And that brings me up to speed on the noises in the ear. Peeps, I'll be back again soon with another stream. Possibly Thursday might be my next one. We'll have to wait and see. But that's all I got time for today, peeps. So I want to say a massive thank you for everyone for coming by. Let me just ask, is anyone streaming? Let's see if we can get a raid going, right? We'll do that today. So hit the follow button before you head out of here, and if you're sticking around to be a part of the raid, I appreciate you doing that. So Pixel and Joe I'm going to send you over to Pixel today, but feel free to check out what Joe's doing as well. Of course, we appreciate Joe's efforts. I want to raid an empire, an emperor, an empress. So I'll send you over to Pixel today. Cool. Right. That's it then. Big thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. Thank you to all my mods, my patrons, all the people gifting subs. Y'all are appreciated, and I'll see you again sometime soon. Take